sprint reports are very nice reports that we get something of this sort, very beautiful reports you can get. You can change the theme of this by pressing L, right? And you can also change this particular thing, like I ran it just now, September 9 152. Time is there, and here see it's E is written, right? And so it has a very beautiful interface that it shows the two tests ran, and this is the time it took, right? Log events are there. So here we can see username entered, password entered, login clicked, these kind of steps we can see. So this is it. So how can we make that? So first I will show you in something like a demo, and then we can actually implement it in the framework. So here I created a one package called com.prashant.reports, and in this you can see that so basically we'll learn about the extend reports client for starting reporters. So this is a client, okay? So extend reports report client for starting reporters and building reports is used for most applications. You should have one extend reports. So basically if you see here, it is written extend reports report client for starting reporters and building reports. For most applications you should have one extend reports instance for the entire JVM, right? And extend reports itself does not build any reports but allows reporters to access information. Okay, so then one class we need to create for extend reports and extend spark reporter, okay, which is a reporter, which is in turn create the reports. An example of building an HTML report, adding information to extend text. So see, this is spark reporter, and it says extend spark.html, and here it has created reports. Extend is equal to new extend reports, and then it attaches the reporter to it, right? So similarly we have to do this. Extend reports we created, okay. So you can also do it like this. Okay, first we created a reporter, then we created extend reports, and then we attach this reporter, extend dot attach reporter, and then we added spark to it. This is the reporter, okay. And then extend, after that spark dot config. Now all the operations will be done by spark, or you can put it like this also here. Yeah, so once it attaches the reporter to it, you can spark.config set report name. So we are setting the report name. Here this is the report name, right? And then you are setting the report title also. Report title is this demo report. Then there is theme, standard, dark. You can put any theme. Okay. Then we create a test called extend test. Test is equal to extend test dot extend dot create test. So with using the same reference variable, check if the skf share is undervalued. That's just an innovative name I gave. So you can put in a log also. It is test pass. For example, you clicked something, you can say clicked. Okay, because if it is not clicked, then it will, the statement will not come here, right? Then we created similarly in this one, extend test. Test one is equal to extend dot create test. We created another test like this, and we said okay, test failed. Extend dot flush. This is to generate the report. You need to do, otherwise the information will not get added. Okay, and then desktop dot get desktop dot browse new file. It asks for a file to URI of type URI. So that's why we converted into a URI. So this will just, this statement will open the report on automatically, otherwise you will have to refresh here. Okay, so you can run this, try to run this, and when I ran this, okay, let's see if I run this like this. Let's see what happens. At the rate test annotation is there, okay, opened. Okay, it says no new does not appear, it's passed, that one failed. Okay, so this is how it is there, right? Now let's see something interesting. So now you can see that this is all the setup, right? This is all the setup till here. Here we are creating the test, right? Add test to the report, right? And here we are doing the tear down, flush the reports. So we need to do this again, right? This is one category, this is one another category, this much is another category, and this is another. So we'll create, to manage this, we can either create it in before suite, right? In the base test we can do this. Before suite we can create, and here we can add all these, but it would be not be testing, right? We that is not right thing at the right place. So that's why I created a package com dot prashant dot reports, and here I created experiment report. Okay, and here in the initial thing that I told you, the demo, this one came under this experiment reports. Okay, this is exactly what we did, right? And here create test is this much. Okay, I did this, and then flush also did it. Okay, three methods we created. Now the problem is that here I don't want to put it every time, so this extend is being used here also. So I have created it reference variable. Okay, here private static and make sure that you are making it final extend report, and private creating a private constructor so that no one can create its object, and make it final so that no one can extend it. Okay, now this is there. Now what we need to do is we need to make sure that yeah, okay, so just ignore this line for now. We are just creating the test. Okay, so we did this and set document title, we did everything. Now what do you want? This is done. Now how do you want to do it? So this particular initialization will happen in the base test, right? Before suite this should happen. So that's why I put experiment support dot net reports, right? And then in the tear down, in the after suite, we want to flush it, right? So that we have done here. We flush the reports. Now create test. Where do you want to create the test? So this needs to be created over here in the test. So test, in the test, what once we go in the test, orange test. So here I have used two reference variables. Okay, this one, these two, and I am running the extend report.create test. Right? Here we are doing login logout test, right? So we can run this test from there. Okay, from this one, and we can see that I ran it just once, and with this logic, it worked fine. uh, what I mean to say is, like, data provider is there, two tests are there, right? Two test data is there. Now we are running it parallelly. So there is one issue that came. Now we want to add, yeah, there's one more thing. So here we were putting test.pass, right? This one, this needs to be done, but where do you want to put the logos? That will be in the home pages. So here I have done extend report dot. So this was test initially. Okay, this was initially test.pass, because here we were declaring one reference variable as test. This one, extend test was there, because here test was there, so I had put a test here, because this needed to be accessed, right? Here it is not needed, but I removed this. Sorry. So to access this particular test in this one, right, at that moment, just forget it this for the moment. It was like this. I'll show here. Where is it? It was something like home page. Home page is the login page. Okay, it was something like this. Extend reporter test.pass. Username entered. Right here. And why I declared it as test here. Where is it? Just a second. Here, why did I declare it as test? Because here I can declare it is a private variable to create test, but to access this and to create a test, I need to access this particular. I can create a test using this, right? But the method says test.pass or test.fail. How to access it? So that's why I had to remove this and put it here, right? And then I accessed it, right? And it was running fine. It was running fine. But the thing was that when I ran it, the issue that I was facing uh, was this. I'll show you the report. So in the report, what was happening was the test, all the logs were getting logged in one test, right? And the reason for that was thread local. I mean, thread safety is the issue. So what was happening was this is a static variable called test, and test was accessing this also log, right? It logged three things over there. But suddenly when the thread 2 came, it was pointing to this particular variable, okay? And then this thread was also later pointing to this. So that's why when report got generated, all the both threads were pointing to this particular variable, and that's how it happened, okay? So we don't want this kind of issue, right? So we have to create a thread local thing, which is we did in the driver case. Here we have this driver logic, right? Where we were managing the driver. Here also we were facing the similar issue where driver was is defined here, right? But we were facing issue. So that's why we did this. And so now what happened was, now I created, I copied it here, the whole driver manager logic, and I did removed this and made it extend test over here, and ext test new thread local created, and here I created getters and setters. So this is getting it, this is setting it, set extend test, okay, and public static void unload. We are just removing this, okay, just like we did it in driver, this web driver manager, okay. So same logic will work out here, and there is one more thing that you need to do in the base test, not in the base test. In the extend report manager, here you need to add one more line, is set extend test, because we are creating test, so this needs to be set, right? You are setting the test, so you need to put the test value there. So that's why when you create test, this automatically will happen. It will automatically add the test case name. So dot create test we are doing, and that we are doing it in the test. Where is test? Yeah, this one. Here we are doing, right, login logout test. So that it will automatically set that value over here. Where? Here. It will automatically set that, set extend value. So now we don't want this variable, because now we are maintaining it through ext test, which is thread local variable, and it ran fine. It ran fine, and the result was this. Wait, it was this C. Okay, so it was, result was this initially. So because I was not able to guess, so what I did, I just changed it to uh, I added some, actually in the initial one I had not added some logs, so I added logs also for the sorry, this one, where is it? There are two login pages, right? Login page. So for login page I had added the logs, but for home page I had not added logs, so that's why this came, like both were same, so I was not able to guess. So I added these logs, profile menu clicked, right, and logout clicked. So that's why when I ran it, so I'll just run it and show you. In the test ng, I will show you that this is orange HRM test, and listeners we are using annotation transformer. Let's see what happens now. Two browsers will open because now I'm running it with, just ignore this because listener is I've put a print statement there, so that's why this is coming, so ignore this. Now two browsers will open, and it opened both the browsers, you can see here. Okay, one will fail, one will pass. Okay, so this one will fail, but it will not show pass because I have not put any logic or something. So let's see what came. So report got generated on its own, and here we see profile menu clicked, logout button clicked. Okay, so this is how we differentiate it. Logout button clicked. Okay, so we know that it is passed. Now there's one more issue. See, it shows one pass, one failed. Okay, so that is there, but here it will show testng will show report is not coming because I have not put the logic yet. So let's just see, there's one more thing that we want to do, and that is just the extend reports, this one, not this one, extend report. So for example, someone will put this statement, right, what we have put in the test. Where is the test? Okay, so here if someone uh, puts extend reports dot init report extend report manager dot init reports, if someone puts, wait, yeah, this one, if someone puts like this init reports, so in that case this will fail, right? They will think that, let's see, let's try running it, what happens. Let's see what comes in the reports. See, only one report came, right? So this is one of the issues. I don't want to face this issue. There were two runs, one page, one failure, but why did one report came? So this happens, that because the report got generated again. This init reports generated the report again, basically. This extend reports was created again, right? Because we were already initializing it in the base test in this one, and it got, so I don't want this to happen. So I want to put some logic in the this, right? If object dot is null and extend, then it should work. Okay, so then it should execute. And here in the flush reports, if objects dot non null, and then this will put extend. Okay, so now we will see what happens. We will try to run the test, and now we'll see whether it's showing that error or not. Now the report will get generated. Let's see. This is still showing this particular issue is there, so I need to check what's the issue here. one test passed and one test failed, and yet it gave that. So I am checking like what's the issue here. Subject non-null student. Okay, this needs to be out. Why did I put this in? Because it will only go here, and then if it is non-null, then it will flush it. If it is null, then it will not flush it. So basically, because it was entering there, so the new report that got generated, that got flushed, non-instance. But we can see like what's the issue here. Debugger, we can debug it. Okay, this is not the issue then. Then what's the issue here? So let me see.